Greetings from Southern Yankee Homestead. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Well, today is Mother's Day. It's a lovely, cold, dreary, and windy day out. That's why I got the bad lighting going on right now, so that you can see out the window. But now that I'm back the other way and you can actually see my ugly mug, got up this morning and Eve was adamant. Absolutely adamant. She said, "Mommy needs flowers." So Daddy had to go out and get flowers for Mommy from Eve. Along with that, I had an idea. Mommy's favorite two foods are flour and rice. So I was thinking, how can I combine those? Well, to quote Bob Ross, there are no mistakes, only happy accidents. Well, a day or two ago, Hun made some rolls, or actually bread. She used the cast iron skillets to make it, and well, it's a little hard.
Oh my gosh.
So what I was thinking was, you go to some of these stores like Panera Bread, and you can get these soup bowls. So we're going to use those for soup bowls. And as the title dictates, we're going to make a chicken and wild rice soup. I've already prepared all of my ingredients. So what we have is approximately 1 pound of chicken breast. I think there's a wing in there also that's chopped up. 8 ounces of chopped mushrooms. 2 medium carrots. 6 cloves of garlic. 1 medium onion, 2 stalks of celery. I ended up doing 3 and they were small, so yeah, put that back on there. Explain that in a second. Then we have approximately 1 tablespoon of fresh rosemary, 2 bay leaves, 1 cup of rice, wild rice, mind you. Isn't that pretty? And then instead of using regular chicken stock, we're using some of our smoked chicken stock, and I'm finishing it off with some of the drippings from this chicken when we cooked it. We cooked it, or baked it in the oven, and she put a bunch of vegetables in there, so we strained the juice off, and that's the juice from that. So there's zucchini and potatoes and yeah, a bunch of other stuff. And of course, our slow cooker. We're going to use the crock pot. Don't worry, it'll melt down. That's the good stuff there. I'm going to put the lid on it and set it for high. And if I remember my recipe correctly, we'll be back in 3 to 4 hours. It's presently noon, so 4 o'clock we'll be starting the next step. Alright, we're back. As you just saw, I transferred what was in the crock pot over to the stock pot because, well, we got some more ingredients to add. Has been about 4 hours, and I'm going to turn that up, get that rolling a little bit. This is what our soup looks like so far. I know it's hard to see. New camera's on the way. Next, it said 2 handfuls of spinach, so I just chunked up some spinach, and we're going to chuck it in there. Seems like a lot of spinach, but spinach cooks down significantly. I could probably put an entire bale in there and you wouldn't be able to tell by the time it comes up to a boil. Now for the next part, I've already started 2 tablespoons of butter heating. We got a 1/4 cup of flour, cute little whisk, and some goat's milk. A little over 2 cups. We're only going to be using 2 cups of it. So what we're doing is we're making a roux, or something else, a technical name. Basically, we're making a gravy that we're going to pour into the soup. You don't have to use goat's milk. It's what we have available. If you want to use regular milk or soy milk or coconut milk or whatever milk that you have available, feel free. We have goat's milk. We're using goat's milk. And if it sounds like I'm talking a little lower, that's because, well, Eve is sleeping right now, so I'm not trying to talk really loud. More calming, don't you think? Hey, my butter's coming to a boil. Now, if you've never done this, don't want to just pour it in and then try to stir it. Kind of sprinkle it across there. Then we're going to mix the butter in, get a nice base going. I'm going to make sure as much of the butter is incorporated into the flour as possible. You shouldn't have any dry spots. And we're just going to cook it ever so slightly. Alright, don't let this go. If you just put it on the stove and let it roll, it's gonna burn. You don't want to burn it, and it'll burn quickly too. Just trying to cook some of the raw out of it. Now we're gonna take, let's see, where we gotta go to. We're just above 2, so we're gonna go ahead and add just a little bit. Trying to incorporate the milk in. So I'm gonna mix it good. It starts feeling dried out again. Kind of like instant mashed potatoes. Add a little bit more milk. And continue. See all that spinach down in there? Yeah, she's pretty much wilted down. There you go. Bay leaf. Oh. There's 2 bay leaves in here. I gotta find the other one, so. And our roux is coming together nicely. I think we're up to temp now. Side note on a roux. Don't put it on high. If you have that thing piping hot and you pour your milk in there, you will scorch your milk. You don't want to scorch your milk. You want to cook it and incorporate it. Lid back on, and let's see how this is. Oh yeah. You even see that? Alright, this is thickened up nicely. It's also starting to come to a boil. That means we have exceeded 165 degrees, which would be the temperature that we'd need to pasteurize the milk. Because water boils at 200. So that's going like that. We're going to take all of this. All right. With that, I believe we're done. Time to go ahead and plate this up.
I need to taste it by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Smoky flavor. Mm-hmm. Some bread.
Yes, it's a soup you have to eat with a fork and knife.
Your head is in the way.
The view viewing, but everyone else can see her. Say hi. A little too much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's some good stuff. Thank you, man.
There you go. Apparently it's finger licking good.
Yes.
Say hi.
She's waking up from her nap.
Yep. I'm gonna say I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't be afraid to try something new. If you've never done something like this before, put what you want in it. Make it enjoyable. Make it healthier. Make it less healthy. You know, we could have used bacon grease for the roux if we had bacon grease. Anyhow, I digress. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye. Let's go up here because there's better lighting. The little quack.